Welcome to Easy Time Solutions video tutorial series over the Easy Clocking Time and Attendance system. This session is setting clock permissions for users clocking in and out of the Easy Clocking system. Within the Easy Clocking software, begin by going to the Users menu and the Clocking Permissions submenu. Within that, you will want to select the user that you are going to be manipulating. In this case, we'll choose Eric, and we have several options when we are going to set clocking permissions. We can allow any of the following, or we can exclude any of the following. The settings are extremely versatile and can be changed for ad hoc situations and then changed back once they're over. I'll explain a little more on that as we go through. To start off, we have the clocking permission by PC. An employee may be permitted to clock in by PC by using their user ID as well as a password. Beyond that, they can also add on only by fingerprint. This does require the use of the Zenio 20 USB fingerprint scanner, but it can be accomplished by plugging it into the PC and downloading the appropriate drivers. That information can be found in another tutorial about installing the Zenio 20 USB fingerprint reader. Along with clocking in by PC, the PC can also be locked down by IP address, having one IP address or multiple for clocks that a user has permission to log on to. Moving on, we also have the ability to log in using the mobile app. This does give the users a multitude of functions if allowing them to use the mobile app. If we just give permission to use the mobile app, users have functionality of accessing their employee portal if this permission was given in another field. And again, that is referenced in another tutorial when we were talking about user access level. Within the mobile app, there are a lot of features, and one that can be activated is the mobile time clock, in which a user is permitted to allowed to clock into work or clock out of work by using the mobile time clock on the mobile device. These can then be locked down by default by device. What that means is that once I install the Easy Clocking app onto my cell phone and log into that the first time, it registers the device and then only allows me to register by that device. If I would try to access by a new phone, by upgrading my phone, it will indicate that I'm trying to log in, and an administrator can go in and either lock that down and approve it or remove that to prevent multiple people logging in and clocking a user in. The mobile app can also be locked down by geolocation. We can set the geolocation for each of the locations that somebody may be working within a district. We can also lock that down by other means. In one example, it may be a crew who is doing snow removal in the winter, and they are permitted to clock in at the garage where the trucks are held. In this case, we can set the geolocation for where the trucks are located, and it will locate them within 100 feet. If the geo-tracking is not activated, they will still be tracked when clocked in. In case an issue ever arises, an administrator can go back and see when a user has clocked in by their mobile device and see on a Google map where that location was. That is true. That will happen by default whether the geolocations feature is turned on or off. That feature cannot be turned off. Finally, we can set the permission for a user to access through a time clock. We can set the level of the time clock here as an administrator. We can set them as an employee or a manager. Most will be marked as employees, few will be marked as administrators to adjust the settings of a clock if necessary. Once we have said that they have permission to a clock, we register what clocks they have available. Since we only have one clock in our demo, you'll see that Eric was registered to the demo clock. Once they are registered within the clock, they then can set permissions per clock whether they can log in by fingerprint, ID number and PIN number, or by a key fob or registered ID card. That is an optional feature on the Zenio 500 and 700 and does need to be installed. Thank you for watching this session on setting clocking permissions. For more information, see your help desk at Freshdesk or check out our YouTube channel by searching Easy Time Solutions.